So I started this channel on the 13th of February this year. And somehow, in the last nearly 3 months, I haven't yet reviewed a standard release Mercurial. What was I thinking? Time to fix that today with this. What's up guys, James here from BootWizard Boot Reviews, and today we are taking a delve into the long overdue Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 Elite boot review. So this and the Nike Mercurial Vapor are basically the two most popular boots on the market in what is arguably the most important line of boots on the market right now. Today we are looking at the Superfly 6 Elite. It is really important to note though that this generation of Mercurial, the Superfly 6 Elite and the Vapor 12 Elite, are the same boot. Let's get into the tech specs and break it down. Kicking it off with the upper. So the upper on both the Superfly and the Vapor this time is Flyknit, something we have seen before on the Superfly but have never seen before on the Vapor. It still does retain that super barefoot, thin, non-padded feel. There is no extra padding in this boot. It is designed to wrap your foot and give you a super responsive, close to the ball feel, and it absolutely delivers on that. So if you are a fan of that classic Mercurial speed boot element of a barefoot feel, this is not going to disappoint. The full one-piece Flyknit upper is coated in a polyurethane top coat, which has these speed ribs gone into it. Now they are there for the sake of touch, but in all honesty, they don't really do anything at all. It's not a particularly hard boot, but I still found it needed a little bit more breaking in than I would have liked for something that's supposed to be a sock-like boot. But once these do get broken in, the feeling is fantastic. If anyone is looking for that Tahitian synthetic style upper in the Vapor 12 or the Superfly 6, you can get it from the Pro models instead of the Elite models. It's a fantastic boot, amazing value for money. We have a review on the channel already. Link here. There'll also be a playtest of it up very soon, as well as a comparison with this boot. So if you want to see that, please do remember to subscribe and hit the notifications so that those videos go straight into your feed. Taking a look at the weight, these are obviously speed boots, so we're going to expect them to be very light. So in a size UK 8, that is a US 9, EU 42.5, we are at 198 grams, which is a great weight, coming in under 200 grams. Do I think it could have been better? Definitely. Like, it's a light boot, but there are lighter boots on the market, and there are boots that do outperform it in this area. And considering it's supposed to be the flagship speed boot for Nike and really the industry leader, I might have expected it to be a bit lighter, but there's not actually anything to complain about, especially when it's on your feet. Alright, let's talk about the one thing that nobody can beat when it comes to the Mercurial Vapor and the Superfly Elite this generation. It is the traction. This traction is unbelievable. It is absolutely incredible. For straight line traction, I don't think you can beat this with any boot. The chevron studs in the forefoot and then the chevron studs in the heel are super designed for aggressive straight line speed, and similarly with the sole plate. So the sole plate obviously has this split sole design, which means the physical sole plate runs underneath, inside the boot, underneath this 360 Flyknit wrap, and that is super stiff through the midfoot, as you would expect from a high-end speed boot, and then flexible in the forefoot area. Not only that, but it has the anatomical speed system. Now what this is the sole plate is an anatomical one which sits down in the boot in the shape of your foot. So what this means is you sit down in the boot and you feel way more connected. The responsiveness of this goes up a lot because of how into the boot you are, how connected you feel. I'm a huge fan of this anatomical speed system, the anatomical sole plate, and when you combine that with this stud pattern on the outsole, like I said, I don't think you can beat this. This is an enormous thumbs up from me. Let's take a look at the looks of the boot, and I think we can all agree that the Superfly is a very good looking boot, particularly in this triple black blackout colorway. A lot of the Superflies and the Vapors do come with chrome sole plates in the Elite model in different colorways, but not in this particular one. Don't really mind that at all. I've never been a huge fan of the Mercurial M logo, but it is featured along the back in that glitter effect, and then the same effect as the Mercurial logo can be found in the Nike swooshes. The ACC Flyknit branding also exactly the same under the swoosh. Overall, a pretty great looking boot and nothing to complain about. Also worth noting with the looks that these now have a lowered collar compared to previous generation Superflies, so they actually look like the Cristiano Ronaldo modified collar that he's been wearing for many years now, and I do prefer it. I think it's a nice look, and if nothing else, it's a nice change. Alright, let's talk value for money. Are these good value for money? Now, I do this in every review video, and I have very rarely been so sure that something is not good value for money. These are the top of the not good value for money tree. They are 270 euros brand new. They are exactly the same boot as the Vapor 12 Elite, which is 240 euros brand new. So for this little extension piece here, you pay 30 euros. If you want to get this boot and you want the feeling of this boot, the Vapor is by far the best option. I would still say that if you do want to get the Vapor or the Superfly, take my advice that I always give. Buy them in an old colorway and get them on sale. Terrible, terrible value for money.
Please hang up and try again.
Alright, talking about the fit and the comfort, we've already discussed the anatomic sole plate and how good that is for your responsiveness on the boot. You also get the Nike Grip insole, which has these cutouts or indents that run all the way through the bottom in the foam. Now those match up to the reverse shape on the inside of the boot to lock the insole in place and make sure it doesn't slide around. Nice piece of tech. Not a bad insole, but nothing really to write home about either. Does the job. Taking a look at these on feet, they are exactly what you might expect. They are a tight wrap, and they really do make you feel, without getting too philosophical about it, at one with the boot. They are certainly a little bit wider than we have had from previous generations of Mercurial, and if you compare it to something like a Vapor 11 or a Vapor 10, I don't feel like they have that same foot squeezing sensation. Now that is something that I personally quite enjoy, but again, for those speed boot purists, those Mercurial purists, it might not be what you want. The Flyknit collar doesn't get in the way and really is only there for aesthetics, but it does keep those little black rubber balls out of your boots if you are used to playing on 3G or 4G pitches. Size-wise, these run true to size. I do have them in my regular size. Overall, a tight barefoot wrap with a very mercurial traditional feel, which offers a super responsive movement and a great barefoot touch on the ball. Everything that you might want from a Mercurial, which this time round will probably suit more people because it is that little bit more forgiving for people who don't want foot squeezing or do have a slightly wider foot. So on the whole, the Mercurial Vapor, the Mercurial Superfly Elites, they're still pretty untouchable despite some good competition from the Adidas X line and even some smaller brands like the Lotto Solista. These, however, just do it that bit better. They know exactly what a speed boot is. It's light, it's responsive, it has great traction, it offers you a barefoot feel, it ticks all the boxes. But that is everything from BootWizard today. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button. Remember to subscribe if you haven't done already, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite speed boot is at the moment. That is everything from BootWizard today. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Of a barefoot foot.